Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out.
Hello, hey, welcome in everybody. It's good to see everybody here tonight. It's going to be a Good Friday stream, except for, I didn't hear the music again. So hopefully you guys all heard it
Just like the street
and you guys got
lights
pumped
lit
up for the
this
live. I could hear it on the
town,
iPad, but I just couldn't hear it.
gotta burn it
Sometimes
down.
anyway. I couldn't hear it through my
To leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.
No, the volume's fine. I don't know. It's just very weird. You're still hearing it?
They know we're
Is it off now? Okay. Thank you guys. Sorry. Thought the music turned itself off. It didn't that time. It's crazy. I can't hear it at all. So I'm so glad that you guys said something. Thank you. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. Like, yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm deaf. Like I am blind, but now I feel like I'm deaf too in the beginning of the live, because then it just comes on me talking and it's so weird to me for me just to start talking. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm in another world. So I'm gonna have to get that figured out tomorrow. I'm sure Vincent can fix it. I don't know how we're gonna fix it. I looked at the output and everything, but that's okay. That's okay. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. We normally don't have too many problems, but sometimes we do. It's alive, it's live. But my name is Tanya. It's nice to meet you. You can call me Tanya or Titanium Built, either one. I don't care about one over the other. And look at that. Great. It is a great song, The History Within Us. Did you change your name? I like that name. Hey, Margot. Well, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Ladybug. I saw Baby Girl was in here. Hola. Hey, PKC. Hey, True Crime Rewind with Renee. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to get tongue-tied every time. It's going to be fun, though, trying to figure it out. I will go through, say hi to everybody, but there's a lot of people in here, so I won't go through everyone tonight. But we will get started with tonight's live. I've seen some crazy stuff on the internet today, let's just say. All within the last, like couple hours, I think. So Whose birthday's the 19th? Mine's the 17th. Is yours the 19th, Margot? Okay. So, if you guys didn't catch, I did put out some body cam footage for Idaho 4 today. It's one of pre-recorded. So if you guys want to watch that, it's there. I am going to put out the second part of the docu-series for Ellen Greenberg tomorrow. It is so good. Like, I've only watched one episode. I can't wait to watch the next one. And then we'll be going over her case here shortly. So make sure that you get caught up with that. And then, of course, we're going to go over the full case. So you can get caught up with us. But remember we looked at a video. It was probably like a week or so ago, and it was from Marky Next Door, and it was the Bodyguard, put that like that term loosely, for David. So that's who we're going to kind of talk about tonight. But if you don't know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about, we're going to be talking about the case involving singer David, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was a 15-year-old, well, 14-year-old, sorry, girl from Lake Elsinore, California, whose remains were discovered on September 8th of this year in the front trunk of David Burke's 2023 Tesla. So we've been covering this case ever since it happened, and we want to know everything. We want to know what happened to her. We want to know who did it, why they did it, the who, what, when, why, where, how, all the things. So we've been going through all of the big, all of the updates and stuff like that. And so we did talk about this guy. We even looked at one of his streams he did, because he was like laughing about everything and he just thought everything was a big freaking joke. Well, he's back. He's back. So we're going to talk about him tonight, because now he's out on the street corner saying that literally on a street corner, like literally saying that I helped put her in the trunk. And then he runs off like he thinks it's some sort of like either a sick joke, or he's letting out some part of his, some part of his like guilty. I don't know. He's weird to me. I don't think he's guilty really, but he is a little weird. So I'm going to pull up. This is one of the first articles that ever came out about him. It says, "Who is Marky Next Door?" All about streamer as he gets dragged into David Celeste case. Oh, you're going to think he's dragged it now. He's here for the clout. He's here for whatever he can get. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. Welcome in, everybody. So it says here, and then we'll watch the video again. "Hey there, my name is Marky, otherwise known as Marky Next Door. I am a variety IRL streamer who loves to indulge in anything from the latest hot name in gaming to all kinds of exploring in real life content. I am a fun-loving guy who loves to put a smile on people's faces. I stream anywhere from 4 to 5 days a week." Don't know who wrote that for him. But it says Marky issued a statement on X after Discord users speculated that he was linked to David in the Celeste Rivas case. A 15-year-old, I don't like to even say 15. She wasn't 15 when she died. But her decomposing body was found in the trunk. It's the front trunk of an impounded Tesla, which was registered under David Anthony Burke, or David's name. So this is the video that we, watched. I don't know what this part says though. Oh, okay. Well, let me see. I don't know if it'll. Oh, here it says, "Hey Celeste." I don't know what why means. If you guys know, let me know. I'm not good with the abbreviations and stuff. And then someone by the name of Celeste on 8/28/2022. So she's 15 in 2025. 14 in 2024, 13, 2023, 12 in 2022. "Hi, Marky, you did great." And then David said, "Facts, best bodyguard, he'd kill for me." Same date. And these are at the same times. So Celeste and David, according to we're just going by the screenshot. They were online the same time. I mean, they were probably beside each other. I mean, they were probably near each other or talking on the phone. To like 10:51, they literally posted within the same minute. That would almost be like they were like together, or they were on the phone with each other, and they're like, "I'm going to post." And then someone was like, "Oh, I'm going to post." And he was like, "I'm going to post too." Like, That's just so fast. I don't know. Groovy Nikki, I think they're waiting on her toxicology to come back. I think they're trying to figure out really like how she died. I'm only thinking I'm thinking that they checked for the hyoid. If that's intact, let's say that's intact. So that means that she probably wasn't, strangled. I know they could test somehow for suffocation. I'm sure there's like blood vessels in the head that can, help with that. We just don't know exactly like how much and what state her body was in when they got it, right? So yeah, I don't think all of her remains were there either, baby girl. I think that that heat. Okay, so when you live in California, like I've never seen anything like it until I've been out there now, a few times with Vincent, but you can have like a nice car. Like a nice car, it could be a couple years old, few years old maybe at that, and the paint will be just eaten off of it. Like especially if it's a dark colored car, like your paint job is gone. Like say goodbye to it. Say goodbye. Like I've never seen anything like it in my life. So I can only imagine what could happen to a body inside of a front trunk of a Tesla, right? Oh, you think he put her in different places? See, I don't think he did that. I don't think he had I don't think they had the wherewithal to do that. I don't, and now people are saying maybe she wasn't dismembered. So now I'm like, well, was she or wasn't she? Right? Because to me, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. If she's dismembered, then definitely something, I mean, like to me, it would be more than just an OD, right? But if she's not dismembered, I mean, maybe it was an OD and they put her in the trunk. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why anybody with a working thought and brain would do that. But at the same time, people don't think straight. People are not very good thinkers, Yeah, she's not pregnant. That's why it's just like, what is, yeah, because they confirmed that she wasn't pregnant and she hadn't been pregnant within a year, they said. So and there's a lot of stuff that's coming out around like about her, like where she lived and stuff. And, we'll get to that too, like about how many times the police were actually called because it's more than 11. It's insanely more. So it's crazy this case is it's something else. Okay. So we're gonna look at this guy and he's okay. So he's on Kick. Um, I'm not sure. I've never done Kick before, but you never know. Catch me over on Kick. And I'm just kidding. But remember we saw him and I was like, because I was making fun of his exercise ball back there. And this room to me is just like so small. I don't know. It's perfect for like a streaming room, but the dude needs to hook it up a little bit. What's he doing with this wallpaper? Where's he living? Did he do this? This is some nice design. Okay. So in the corner up here at the top, this is where the comments will be coming through. And so someone says like justice for Celeste. And then someone says, oh fuck. We watching, I don't know. So it says justice for Celeste, justice for Celeste. It looks like it's the same person putting justice for Celeste. So I didn't notice that the first time. We'll see if there's anybody else like who all, because it'll start going, the chat will. So I'm going to play this and we're going to listen to them. If you guys don't mind, will you take a second and hit the like button for me? It does help send the video out into the algorithm and it really helps my channel and it really helps you guys because then more people will come in and chit chat with you guys because we'll be known more. So look, I need a shirt that has my name on it. Man, I need a shirt that has my name on it. Marky next door, he's broadcasting. So we know we got the right guy, right? Okay.
Got a lawyer up, bro.
And so it's justice for Celeste telling a 12-year-old. Okay, hold on. It says justice for Celeste. Looks like the same name. Justice for Celeste telling a 12-year-old you miss her. Yeah.
And
then it's like, wow, justice for Celeste. Like this person, you fucked Celeste and got her pregnant and killed her. Bang. Okay, well that's not true, but wow. Like you're an R and a pedo. Okay, well he's not that, I don't think, but okay. then justice for Celeste again. That was someone else writing those other things. And look, this is just, yeah.
You muttered. Why did you do it to her?
So like what? I mean, I couldn't even imagine streaming and having this coming through.
Chat, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought we were just having this talk about like joking about shit is weird, like joking around about death, and then y'all are sitting here just making jokes that I'm a pedo and a murderer, bro.
Wow, look at how fast those people could like just copy paste,
Right,
copy
bro,
paste,
like,
copy paste. Is that rapper?
it's not jokes. You did it. Stop trolling. Like, bro, like, what is wrong? Like, some of y'all just be typing some weird ass shit. Like some of y'all just literally just be typing. Kind of lawyer.
So like instead of addressing it and being like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird, right? Like, I don't know. This guy just he rubs me the wrong way. I mean, I think he's just weird. I think he wants to get noticed, get his name out there. Maybe he wants to become someone's bodyguard. I would not let who's he going to guard? I mean, seriously. Just because he's big doesn't make them bodyguard material. Legit. I mean, you heard him in the beginning. He sounds like a kid when he's laughing. Oh, right? Did you see that? Like the way they were just like, bam, bam. I can't see the name either. It's like, but they were like, man, they were going fast, weren't they? They don't mess around over there. Okay, so we've got some more. So don't you worry, because he's back. And not in a good way. So in that article we just read, it's all like about how it's like sad, and I think that was all of it. Okay, so there is a little bit more. So it says here, he says, I don't know why someone's trolling I think it's comments, has even gotten me to this point, but the Discord message / screenshot with me added in is fake and isn't even me, nor is the message even real. My thoughts and prayers are with the victim and her families. May God bless them. May God bless and keep them. Oh, wait, may God bless and keep them. Keep them. Keep them what? So this just says we're saying okay. So he's back. Because now he's going down, I think it was in Tennessee or something, having some drinks. And they called him live on a Twitch stream. And he opens up his big mouth. No one even has to coax this guy. Literally, they don't have to say much. And he's like, yeah, I helped her. I helped her put him in the I helped them put her in the trunk. And I'm like, joking or not, that's like nothing to joke about. That's like absolutely nothing to joke about. I don't know how old this guy is. I'm sure he's old enough to know freaking better. Maybe they need to take him down to PD. Maybe they need to take him down to PD. So it says here, David's bodyguard. Now they're calling him his bodyguard. Marky next door. I think I'm going to put together like a whiteboard with everybody's name. Kind of like with the Diddy case with the diddler. Speaking of the diddler, he did get 50 months, 4 years. So he'll be in jail for a while. But I might put one together because there's so many dates. You're going to hear some dates tonight. And then like on our next live, I have even more dates. Like I have all the dates that she ran away and stuff. And it's like, wow. Or actually I have them tonight. I need to put them in like a document though. So it says a shocking twist in the Celeste Rivas case emerged after David's bodyguard, known as Marky Next Door, confessed on Cuffham's live stream while heavily intoxicated. Was he heavily intoxicated? How do we know for sure? Slurring his words, well, he was. He claimed that he had helped the singer in the disturbing incident, fueling speculation and public outrage as investigators continue to piece together the timeline. Do you think he did it as like rage bait? But then he ran. He didn't even stay there to, you know, to rage bait people, like to debate the bait part. But oh gosh, he was saying some stuff. The Celeste Rivas murder case has taken another dramatic turn. I just read that. It says, I helped him bury her. Immediately spread. I don't think that's what he said. I think he said I helped her put him in the trunk, put her in the trunk. Maybe he did. Maybe we need to listen to it again. I have two different videos. Well, one of them, they're both the same, but they're two different angles, it looks like. Or do I still have the other one up? Yeah. Like, this one is definitely a different angle. But I think that they both say the same. Let me see, 21 seconds. This one's 39 seconds. So maybe we'll play this one. The 39-second one. Okay, so it says the confession comes days after new photos revealed David's Tesla sat abandoned on a Hollywood street for over a week before being towed. And then I have a video about that also. And I have a video, or I have some photos to show you about the inside of that house. It was nice. I'm just trying not to read like the same stuff over and over. But it says that that they had, you know, the complaint about the car on August 26th. Fans and critics wasted no time dissecting the bodyguard's words. Some argued he was simply too drunk to be taken seriously, while others believe his confession confirms long circulating theories about David's involvement. Clips of the stream were replayed and analyzed frame by frame with hashtags like Justice for Celeste trending worldwide. I didn't see anybody doing that. Did you guys? I haven't seen anybody do that, but I mean, I'm not going to pick it apart, but theories now range from suggestions that Celeste was moved into the Tesla after it was abandoned. I don't think so. And I say that because I looked at pictures of the Tesla tonight just before the live, and I went through the weather for that time and like how much dirt would have got on the car. You would have seen like hand marks. You would have saw them. You can't close the frunk from inside the car. You can open the frunk, but you can't close the frunk. So you would have had to have gone, like whoever did this, or, you know, they would have had to have been outside the car and, you know, physically shut it. Also, to get in the car, there would have been fingerprints, I think, around the door handle. When someone moved it, I don't think they would have been, I think they wouldn't have, you know, been that careful to not get fingerprints anywhere, and I think it would be very hard. Who docs someone's addresses? I don't know who. No one's doxing anyone's address. I didn't see anyone do that. Yeah, it was like 150 feet, they said, or something crazy. That's so close. Like, I mean, you can see the car from the house. That's crazy. Police have confirmed that Celeste's death is being treated as a homicide, though they have not named David or his associates as official suspects. So now, where was that video? I was going to show you the longer one over here. Okay. So this person, whoever this is, they have been on top of this. Like, I noticed that their name had been on a couple different videos that they found with this guy. And I'm just like, more power to us, you know? Okay, well, who doxed an address? Because I don't see any addresses in here. There's 0 that I see, so I don't know. You're going to have to help me out. Okay.
Hey, how's your newborn, bro? You good, bro?
How's the David case? I heard you was his bodyguard.
Oh, no.
Wait, no, I don't.
Like, as soon as he mentions the how's the David case, he's serious. Like, this guy is serious, right? But not Marky Mark, or whatever his name is. What was it again? Marky next door.
Wait, did you hear about the David case? No, did you hear about the David case?
Yo.
What is happening?
Yo.
The singer. Yeah. All right, be honest. Isn't your bodyguard for him?
I hate that he had to repeat that like 50 times. And then she's like, oh, yeah, well, the one with Celeste. Like the girl knew.
I helped him bury her. It's crazy.
Oh, he didn't say barrier.
What the fuck?
This is the same guy that supposedly doesn't know nothing, but he's talked to Celeste online. And I mean, we don't know if that's the same Celeste, but he's talked to a Celeste at the same, and David at the same time. I don't know. I think this is very like in poor taste, to say the least, because she wasn't buried. I swear I must have just heard what I thought my mind wanted to hear. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie about that, because I thought I heard something completely different. I thought he said that he helped her put her in the trunk, but that's because that's where she was. And, that's what I thought he said. But I knew he had said something so ridiculous. It was like, what? So let's get him on that other view. Let's see if this is anything. I don't think this is going to be anything different. It looks like, oh, this is the camera. Then, okay, this is the good camera that's like on the little tripod thingy. You know what I mean? Like that the guy was holding across. Let me share this with you so I could show you. There you go. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for renewing. Thank you for renewing your membership. Who's doxing someone? I read chat. I just don't see every single thing. I've got one eyeball. So there's that. So yeah, if you could put a name in the chat on who did that, then I could pull up all their messages, all of their chats they've ever chatted in here for the last year. So give me a name. That's a real name, not just, someone that you're arguing with in the chat, and I'll look into it, because I've never seen anybody do that in my chat. Not ever, not once. And I've had the rowdiest chats in the world. And this chat's pretty chill. Okay, we're going to get them from this side, I think. If it'll play. It's like twirling. It wants to. Let me go back to it.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hi.
You was last week, bro.
Yeah, I was with Constantine.
Hey,
Listen, did you hear about the David case?
Oh, okay. So they just skipped.
yo,
The singer.
David with the silhouette in the back trunk.
He was the bodyguard for him.
I helped him bury her. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
What the fuck? Yo, no.
Hell no.
Who is that guy?
Hell no.
Yo, bro.
Yo.
So I wonder I forget what they said this guy's name was. Oh, is it in the media? I don't think he did. But we'll play it again.
Oh, what's good, bro?
Hi.
You was with last week, bro.
Yeah, I was with Constantine.
Hey,
Listen, did you hear about the David case?
Yo.
The singer.
David with the silhouette in the back trunk.
He was the bodyguard.
Oh, I think she's a Celeste. Like she was trying to say Celeste, but she didn't like. Yeah. Okay, so let me get to where we are. You didn't tell me who it was. Just, I don't know. I don't know who's doxing people. I don't know who would do that. It's kind of, that's like ridiculous if people are. But I didn't see anything, and I'll go back through the chat when we're done. But I don't know why anyone would want to dox you. Yeah, helped him bury her. Yeah. No, they shouldn't. Yeah. And it's like, this girl is a real person, and somebody did put her in there, right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, she didn't climb into the front by herself. I don't think, no, she didn't. She didn't. You know what I mean? Those cars are made for officers. I swear they're made for investigators. They're investigators' dream. If he has been paying I can't remember what it's called, but it's where the video will start on your vehicle as soon as someone's near it. If he's been paying for that, because like you know, that could be something he's paying for that he doesn't even realize that he's still paying for it. Like, you know, because he's worth like 3 or 4 million, right? At that point he was. So he could have been paying that, and whatever did go near the car, it would have picked up on video. It just sounds like these little like videos are starting, like these little cameras are starting. And there's a lot of cameras on those cars. I've shown you a picture before, how many cameras and where they're pointed to. Also, the house has cameras on it. So, and the houses near that house, like that are all by that house, all those homes have cameras. So they're going to see anybody that's like coming to, like leaving the area. I think that car had tint windows though. So I don't know if they'd be able to see in through the tint like that, but I think that they would be able to kind of be able to tell, who was in the car, who was getting in the car. Then maybe if they're lucky, they could get even fingerprints off of the vehicle. You know, I mean, if they get like 1 set or 2 sets of fingerprints, one's David and one's, you know, somebody that's just random, there's 2 people they could look at. But this girl was only 14 years old. She didn't have the capability to make her own damn decisions. She's 14. In California, you have to be 18. No matter if your parents say it's cool. No, you have to be 18 to get into any, you know, sexual relationship with somebody. So it says Celeste Rivas had trouble at home, and then it reported police call logs reveal massive hint in David Tesla case. So it gives us a little bit of what the reasonings were behind some of the phone calls that they had, the calls that had been to her house. Police had been called multiple times to the California home of Celeste, Rivas Hernandez, before and after her disappearance in 2024, Daily Mail reported. As per 911 records, cops had been to her house 33 times in the last 3 years. It's a lot. Think of all the times the cops have been in your house. Cops, no, come here. Not one time I don't think they've ever been here. Nope. I was just thinking, has there ever been an emergency? But no. Not like where we haven't been able to go somewhere. So that's a lot. But I think a lot of them were because she ran away and her parents were calling. But it's going to tell us a little more. I'll break it down. The body of the 14-year-old, Celeste Rivas, was found in the trunk of a car. We all know that, so I'm just going to go past it. The police dispatch logs from Riverside County Police Office obtained by the publication show incidents at Rivas' home in Lake Elsinore, California between January 2022 and September 2025. And this is what I was telling you guys. I'm going to make a chart of this so we can keep, you know, the dates like, you know, going, because there's a lot of dates. There's a lot of different things. So I forgot to put the link for the membership in the chat tonight. So I'm going to put the link for the membership if anyone wants to join our membership. You're not invisible. I can see you, like John Cena. That's funny. I do look down every once in a while and see the chat. It's just sometimes I get on a roll and I don't look at it as much. Plus, I need to have this one. No, this is on the right side. Maybe I need to switch it back to this side. So it says here that as per the records, officers responded to 5 criminal complaints and 1 emergency 911 call before April 2024 when Rivas was still living there. Sources had earlier indicated to the publication that Rivas had a troubled life at home and had therefore run away many times in the past. And I believe that. Now, did the running away start when she met David and got connected with him, or did she run away prior to that? I'm wondering. So Rivas reportedly first vanished on Valentine's Day, and the LA Times reported a friend say that she had left a note for her family. However, what was said in it remains unclear, unfortunately. As per the records, deputies became aware of Rivas' disappearance at 9:18 a.m. on February 15th. They had a follow-up call on the same day at 7:41 p.m. and twice more over the next 48 hours. She eventually came back home that time, though it remains unclear when. Cops visited her residence again on February 20th and February 25th. So it looks like she came right back home pretty much. And then, the cops visiting, I would say that was maybe like her running away again. Maybe she came home on the 20th and was gone by the 25th. I'm not sure. But a family friend told the LA Times that Rivas was reportedly upset by the social media post, flyers, and over publicity they generated when she fled from home. So apparently she was mad because they were looking for her. So on March 19th, 2024, Rivas disappeared again. And that happens to be like, I think, let me double check. 'Cause that's the same month of David's birthday. And I had it up earlier. March 28th is his birthday. So I'm just like wondering if that, she was trying to leave because she wanted to go see him for his birthday or something. First Valentine's Day, then maybe a birthday. I don't know. But it says, as per call logs assessed by the Mail, deputies carried out a follow-up on March 26th. She was reported missing again on April 5th, 2024, and the cops followed up at that address on April 11th, 19th, and 20th. On April 27th, cops got a call from Rivas' residence to report suspicious circumstances, though the record did not mention any details. Calls made to the cops after April 2024 include a minor crime investigation. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means a minor involved crime or if it means a minor crime. Like it's not something that, like a misdemeanor, something that's not like a felony. If you guys know, let me know. I could look it up maybe. But that was an incident on May 24th, a possible assault on August 30th, and a juvenile battery assault on December 24th. Freaking Christmas Eve. And that's a juvenile battery / assault. There were 11 other police visits over the next 9 months. These were over reports of vandalism, a possible fight or disturbance, and repeated follow-ups of earlier events. Meanwhile, a cause of death has not been identified. And it says right here that they're not treating Rivas' death as a homicide, but I think that they are. I think they treat every death as a homicide until they can prove otherwise. So, let me see. This house is like, it's gorgeous. Let me go back to the beginning of it. We'll go through these pictures. I'm just like kind of going through and then we'll watch some videos because I do have a few videos. Okay. Yeah. I have a few videos for you guys. Okay. So I guess I might be doxing this person's house because, does say the address there. But this is the house that everyone knows about. This is the home that Celeste was apparently staying in with David. Now it's very tempting. I mean, that's a nice house. I don't know about that. I don't know about that pool. Does that pool look green to y'all? The pool looks a little green to me. I would have to be like, we're going to fix the pool. Looks, unless it's just like the stones underneath. He said, isn't sleuth. He keep grinding up. Yeah, right. I think he's ready. Yeah. It does look green. But it's beautiful. Look. I like the big potted plants. I like all that. It's a beautiful home. And then there's like the outside that we've seen most of the pictures from. There's the view. I think that's from the second story, it looks like. Now it doesn't look that bad. Water. Yeah, I was gonna say, the thing is just like the way the lights are hitting it. Yeah. Yeah, Halle Berry used to own it. Yeah. Yeah, I said that the other night. I couldn't believe that. Well, I mean, I can, but I didn't know that. Why is every okay, though, okay. 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 Why is every mansion I've ever been around, other than like maybe some influencers, but I'm telling you, like ones like that I've seen, why do they have the ugliest decor? I'm telling you, who is the interior designer? Fire them. Fire them now. Fire them yesterday. Like the pattern matches the damn carpet, it looks like, on these chairs. We got a naked guy back here, it looks like, on the painting, which is whatever. I mean, that's whatever. But I mean, what is up with this? Look, you got 2 seats here and then this little small couch. Who's going to sit there? Who's going to sit here? And then it's red, like that. Oh my, I'm sorry. And then you got this one blue chair all the way over here. Like, this is the chair for someone no one likes. Like, y'all smell. You're going to need to sit over there. Oh my, oh, well, hello. More naked photos. Look at this fireplace. What? What is up with the fireplace? For real, like, what is that? Is that for, like, your child? Oh, I'm gonna be I didn't look through these yet all the way, so these are gonna make me laugh. There's some more red stuff with some more gold, because they always gotta have some gold. I'm surprised these accents in the kitchen here, that's, like, kinda small, really. Tell you the truth, it's kinda small kitchen, for $20,000 a month. I'm surprised they're not gold. Oh, that's a big table. I don't have that many friends. Just kidding. I'm such a dry personality. And then there's more over here. Oh, see, that's the best part of the house. The grass. And then you've got the stairs. Those stairs, I mean, that looks kind of, to me, it looks almost like dated. Like these cabinets look a little dated, like the color of them. I mean, is it just me? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think these are all the same. Okay, yeah, they are. Okay, that one's funny. Oh, that one. I mean, Hallie, did you do that, girl? Who did this? And they're like, you can keep the furniture with the house when you buy it. No thanks. I would say no thank you. Okay, so I believe this is the one with Steve. Yeah, so Steve Fisher went down. He's from California. He's actually, I think, near this area. He went down and showed News Nation, like, where the car was parked in relation to where the house is. And I thought it was a pretty good segment that they did. So we'll listen to him and we'll see what they have to say. I watched this last night, I believe. Yeah, after the live.
Hour in David's neighborhood, his former neighborhood, I should say, because you'll remember he moved out of that party mansion a few weeks ago. And for the first time, we are getting a look, a clear.
And we've heard that actually that it was kind of quiet there. And I think that Steve even says that. So
clear look at the lay of the land, specifically just how far away David's abandoned Tesla was from the front door of that mansion. The Tesla with the underage girlfriend decomposing in the trunk. We enlisted the help of a private investigator named Steve Fisher, who took us on that very short walk between the house and the car.
So we're at the house where David and Celeste were staying. That was rented to his manager. This is it, 3-car garage. Although from rumor is that the garage is actually converted into a gym, and that might be why we see the Tesla parked outside a lot. It does have security cameras, and I think that.
But we saw them back the red Tesla out of the driveway or out of the garage. So maybe the first two are a gym and the last one's a garage. I don't know.
There's a lot more cameras than just the two you see here. And also the houses around us. I mean, we're looking at a camera right here on my left. So there's probably a lot that was captured. It's a wealthy area. These people value their privacy, and it's a it's a beautiful home. It's also, there's been these rumors about it being a real party house and everything, but people I've talked to around here said it was very they were very courteous, and it was quiet, and it was not this party house that it was rumored to be.
Him and Banfield must not have got together on that.
So, I'm sure that we'll learn more about that. But as you can see, all the way up and down this street are homes with lots of, security cameras. So anything coming and going from this house was captured not only by the house's own security system, but by the neighbors. And
they're nice.
I'm sure LAPD has either subpoenaed or voluntarily collected all that footage already. And the question becomes,
I wonder who this is in the car. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that, like when he was walking up right here. Like, see this car? It looks like it's black. See that paint job? Look at that. Do you see how it's two tones? I mean, it is two different colors, but you can see how it was black, and now it's the gray on top because like the sun eating it. But there's somebody just sitting in there, and they're kind of like spooky looking. Like watch the Honda to the left.
Or voluntarily collected all that footage already, and
I think it's right there. You see him right there in the back seat. Hold on.
Or voluntarily collected all that
right there. You can see the guy right here in the back seat, like bent down.
Footage already, and the question becomes, had enough.
Did y'all see him? I know I'm not losing my mind. You think that's the News Nation staff? I'd hope they have a little nicer car.
Had too much time passed to where they still have it. It didn't overwrite, but as you can see, like
the car doesn't look like it belongs in the neighborhood. I'm just saying, like
this house here has a 360 camera right on that pillar, so that would capture anybody coming and going from this area. And this is where the Tesla was parked. We even see it on Google Street View, parked right here. So likely that would capture it. And also, these are high-end security.
If it was parked right there in front of that, like, okay, so those people's driveways right there, if it was parked right beside that, it was them people that called. I mean, why wouldn't they? You're right in front of their driveway pretty much. I would call too. I'd be like, get this car out of, like, I need to be able to turn and back out and stuff. No, the Tesla's not here. He's just showing where it was. Yeah, it was a little bit up from the home
as well. A lot of them, not just.
And you don't need the key, the Tesla key, to get inside the car. All you need is your app on your phone. So that Tesla key, if you have your phone and your app and your phone is not dead, does not die, you have a way inside your car. I recommend anybody that's a Tesla owner, though, they keep that card in their wallet. Just put it in your wallet, because you never know when your phone's going to die, because that happens.
Video. So there could also be audio that could capture what was going on, in the house or right outside the house. The Tesla was normally parked right here. The exit from the house is these gates right there where the trash cans are. And then if we just walk up here a little bit and to the left is where, it was left for, what I've heard is more than a month, with her body in it, which is tragic to think about. But it was parked very close by. Again, these are all very high-end homes and with a lot of security. There's more cameras right there. So I think that they'll be able to piece together the movement of the vehicle, and along with the vehicle's own systems, whether even if he didn't have Sentry mode enabled, the car will still capture that GPS data of when it was started and stopped, and where it moved in the last time it was turned off. And it'll also show how many passengers were in it because the seats measure the weight for airbag reasons. So I think there'll be a lot of data.
It'll light up when you take your seatbelt off. Like it lights like the dot up, so it shows you the car. And then when you take your seatbelt off, it'll show like a little red person. Like, oh, you take your seatbelt off. And it'll show for each person in the car.
So then
I don't know if it shows for the back.
It'll be right.
I could tell you though.
And here we have a house that's got all kinds of security.
Look at the house in front of them. Goodness.
So this corner is where the car was parked and impounded from. So I imagine it's one of these neighbors that ultimately made the call to Department of Transportation to have it towed.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app.
Sorry. No, just put in the chat. We don't know if it was his key. We don't know if that was his Tesla key, if that was the neighbor's Tesla key, if that was just someone's Tesla key that was driving down the road and lost their key. He did have 2 Teslas in possession at his house. So he had the black one and then he had the red one that we saw coming out of the driveway. The day that the people with the masks were, going in, helping move stuff out. And I think actually I heard that they went back or somebody was there throwing stuff out. I swear I saw that. Yeah. Okay, so we'll before we go to the next one, we'll go to this. It says cleanup crew goes full sweep at Hollywood Hills rental. So yeah, it looks like the landlord of the Hollywood Hills home where David was staying and where cops recently executed a search warrant is distancing himself from the singer amid the fallout over teen Celeste Rivas' death. What's this? Box, this metal box thing. I guess this is stuff they just didn't take with them. TMZ has obtained pics showing a trash crew hauling a bunch of stuff out of the Hollywood Hills house David had been staying in. The owner tells us someone came by the property last week to take the remainder of his stuff. Some items were left behind and he is now throwing that stuff out to get the house ready for the next renter. Wow. You can see the crew tossing out a ton of bags of clothes and boxes, basically scrubbing the place clean of anything tied to David. I'm sure there's people jumping in those trash cans right after they're throwing it. Setting aside all the media drama from David, Malden's clearly eager to get a tenant in there, especially with the $20,000 a month rent. Yeah. Like he was expecting to have that money, right? Like you don't think something like this is going to happen. And now this TMZ says, as we reported, it says her body was found chopped up. Like that's just, come on, guys. Come on. Now, if she is dismembered, put dismembered, but don't put like chopped up because we don't even know. Like the cop, whenever he came on, he didn't say anything about it. I don't know why no one asked him when he was up there talking for that 2 seconds that we got him, Oh, thanks for fireflies. Yeah, I keep grinding up. The neighbors are. Yeah, they probably are. They want their privacy. They want their privacy. So this was on Banfield last night also. She's a defense attorney. And I actually was like, some of the stuff that she said, I was like, oh. I thought it was just kind of surprising. She does say in here, she doesn't ask her clients if they're innocent or guilty, until she needs to or something along those lines. And it made me think of the Brian Kohlberger case because I was always wondering if, I still wonder if Ann Taylor had asked him or if she knew or if she didn't want to know, if she was just going in blind. I would like to know that. That's a question we can I'm going to write and ask her. But come on, just tell us.
Blair Burke is on the team.
Oh.
He better be shutting his...
What is David doing?
Oh, yeah. So they're going to talk about the new attorney that David has. We went over this night before last.
as we
Or was it
speak,
last night?
especially now that we know Blair Burke is on the
Night
team?
before last.
He better be shutting his mouth. He better be absolutely quiet. He better be at home, wherever he is, doing nothing, not going anywhere, not talking to anybody, and just doing everything that she tells him to do, which is just sit there until I tell you what to do.
But what about the full download? Is this attorney saying, David, I need to know every single movement? Or is this attorney saying, don't tell me, I don't want to know, I just need to do my job?
Personally, I never ask until I need to, because that's not the point. The question is, what is the evidence that they have? What is the evidence that's out there? And I don't ever want to, there may be something that my client says that isn't in the realm of evidence, not because that they're guilty. A lot of times I have clients who tell me, I wasn't there, I didn't do this. And I say, hold on, I don't even want to know, because within the facts that they are giving to me, this already is not provable. So I don't want you to clutter my brain with what they have, because already within this universe, I can defeat these charges. So don't clutter my brain. I'm working on what the evidence is, because they have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And if they can't, that's all I need.
So do you think it's possible that, I mean, here we are going on a month, right? And radio silence from the LAPD, no suggestion that this guy is a suspect or a person of interest. Is it a tactic to keep things quiet and allow the target to let his guard down and think that he's skating and is now free to roam about the cabin and talk to anyone he wants?
I mean, you never know why they're doing what they're doing. You never know what the state of their investigation is. But I think the LAPD, especially in cases like this, where you've had these, these cases long time ago where you find these women dismembered and horrible situations, and the LAPD just really did not know what to do with these investigations. I think that their PR and their attorneys are telling them to be quiet too. They just don't have enough information to give any kind of information out into the public. So I think that if you're an attorney for the LAPD, if you're an attorney for the city of Los Angeles, you guys say absolutely nothing. You say.
I agree with that to an extent. Like, I agree with that because they might not know how she died yet. They may not, maybe they didn't get toxicology back. But to me, I would feel like they would have gotten that back, because I feel like it would have been rushed and they would have gotten that stuff back. Maybe even with the toxicology, they're still having trouble pinning this on somebody, right? I mean, maybe the officers are trying to get more than just concealment of a body. They want more of a charge. Maybe, they do want to charge more, but they're just trying to figure out how they're going to be able to do that. That's my thing. I don't know.
Nothing until you know exactly what's happening. And in this case, I cannot imagine that there's ever going to be a point where we know exactly what happened.
I'll say you don't usually see a Tesla like this as beat up as it is. It's marked all over the spoiler with marks, white marks, and it's got a big dent in it. You don't typically see.
Banfield, we just saw a white Honda with a black hood. I mean, it looked more beat up than his car. Like, it happens, I guess.
It's sitting in a Hollywood Hills neighborhood that has like super expensive topiaries right beside it. It's just sort of a confounding sight. But I am curious about the toxicology. Do you think that that's the linchpin to all of this, that either they're waiting on the toxicology still weeks and weeks later, or they have every ability to put it at the front of the line when it's a high profile case?
I think they have the ability to rush it. They have the ability to put it to the front of the line. Absolutely. But again, I think the more information the LAPD puts out piecemeal, the worse it is for them. They just absolutely should not be doing that. They would be insane to give out pieces of information when they don't have an entire theory of prosecution.
Big question here. There's two issues, and not the least of which is that this is an underage girl. Did not make her 15th birthday. She spent it rotting in that trunk. Is it possible that there'll be no charges at all in this case? No murder, no sex charges, no underage crimes with the children? Like, what do you see coming out of this, at the very least?
What is the evidence that we have that any crime occurred? That any crime occurred? Well, we know that there's a body in a trunk, but what evidence do we have connecting David to any actual crime? She told her friends that he was that they were in a relationship. What does that mean? She left her house. That was a very, very troubled situation. How do we know that he had anything to do with that? There's no evidence against this man for any crime that I can see.
How about witnesses? How about witnesses? Because the friends of David spoke with TMZ and they all held out that they thought that they were a couple. They held themselves out as a couple. She said that she was 19 and a college kid and they were absolutely romantic.
Proving my point, if he thought that she was overage, then it's not a crime. But what does...
Oh, that's not true. Ignorance of the law.
romantic...
You can't have a relationship with an underage girl and say, well, she told me she was 19.
Hire me if that ever happens. Because I think you can.
Thank you for...
I thought that was funny at the end. She said, hire me if that happens. I will. If something happens, call her. I like her. I don't usually like defense attorneys, but she does make some sense. Like, I mean, if you kind of like look at what we have, there's really no proof. They're going to have to get those warrants for her social media. You know that like his social media, her social media, the phones have to say something, right? And he has to have had his phone. And if he says, "Oh, I lost it yesterday," that ain't going to go over with investigators very well. So I'm pretty sure he's going to need his phone. And I'm pretty sure he's probably already given it to maybe, I don't know. I would say he probably has, because he just now got a lawyer, like an attorney. And this has been going on for a while. So this has been going on we're on like the 3rd. So 3 weeks. You would think that they would have already asked him for his phone. And I don't think he would have said no if he didn't have an attorney, right? Like, I think he would have given it to them. But one more video from Banfield, and then we're done with Banfield for the night. But she did get an interview. They've been getting some good interviews. She did get an interview with one of the neighbors, and the neighbor comes out and like talks about Celeste and what she experienced, living near her. I don't think this is the same lady that was sitting down in the video where they're screaming and stuff. I think this is a different lady. But we'll watch this video. And then also, if you guys don't mind, make sure you hit the thumbs up. It really helps me grow as a channel. Also, if you want to, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. We're marching towards, I think, 23,000 subscribers? Yeah. We'll be there before we know it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing this.
To begin with police action, a lot of it, in the story of a rising superstar named David and his dead underage girlfriend named Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We have heard it before, and we heard it again just last night, that Celeste ran away from her family again and again for a reason.
Why do you guys think she was running away? Do you think it was because of David? Do you think that was the sole reason? Or do you think it was like something else? I'm going to look up why kids run away from, like, number one reason.
Reports said that the girl's home life was troubled. Her middle school boyfriend, before she ran off with David, said that her mother treated her badly and that she often talked about running away. And now TMZ has the receipts of repeated police visits to Celeste's family home in Lake Elsinore, California, 70 miles away from the Hollywood Hills, where Celeste sought refuge in David's mansion. TMZ has learned that the Riverside County Sheriff's Department responded to calls about Celeste's family or from Celeste's family about 11 times in a little over a year. The dates are February 2024 to April 2025. And remember, the family reported Celeste missing for the last time in April of 2024. So those calls continued for a year while she was ostensibly missing. And until this week, we believed that April of 2024 was the last time that they'd seen each other, right? Celeste and her family. But now we know different. And I'm going to come back to that in a hot minute. All of the police visits were listed as, quote, minor crime investigation, except for one of them. And that one was described as, quote, suspicious circumstances. Again, No details available from the police, but the dates of these calls speak volumes. 3 of the calls happened on one day, March 19th, 2024, which, by the way, yeah, that's the day that Celeste ran away. She was caught on surveillance camera in a neighborhood liquor store, running down the street at 7 a.m.
And I showed you that on the GPS, or on Google Maps too.
Black car was seen pulling out after her, but it's not clear if Celeste had gotten into it. This was just something that happened that the liquor store owner saw, but it wasn't caught on tape. 2 of the 3 visits that day were to Celeste's home. Cops came to her home 2 times, but the 3rd visit that police made was to that liquor store. Celeste's sister also visited that liquor store on that day and asked to review that surveillance video. One of the other police visits that TMZ documented was at 9:29 p.m. on April 5th, 2024. That time is about a half hour after the family reported her missing to the police for the very last time. So they report her missing at 9 p.m. and at 9:30 the police are at their door. Officially, Celeste was still missing when her badly decomposed remains were found here in this impound lot in the front trunk of David's Tesla. This was 23 days ago. But was Celeste really still missing without a trace at this point? The other day, TMZ acquired video of Celeste in her parents' backyard on September 8th of 2024. That's 5 months after she supposedly ran off for the last time. And it's also one day after her 14th birthday. Amazingly, the coincidence here is that it was 1 year to the day that her remains were discovered in David's trunk. This video was shot and released by neighbors. A different neighbor who heard the argument spoke with our Banfield producers on the ground in Lake Elsinore just today. Have a look.
The first time I saw her, she was walking down the street early in the morning. It was during the colder months, I remember. It was just a 1 second. I was driving down the street and I saw her big, beautiful curls. And I'm like, oh, that little girl's so pretty. And then I just went on my way. But that was probably maybe 6 months before she went missing the first time in February of 2024. And then I saw her, well, I didn't see her again. I heard her again when she came in through the apartments. But yeah, I didn't know she was the missing child from next door. I have lived here since February of 2023, so almost 3 years. I've never met the family. I don't know their names. I don't know how many people live there. I just know there was a lot of cars parked out usually, at least 5 cars in the driveway, most of the time, most of the days. But I don't know who the family is. My backyard peers into their backyard, and I can also see their driveway, the front yard. I've never heard or seen police officers at their house. At any time, I think I would have noticed that, unless it was late at night where I was asleep, but I never noticed any police activity at Celeste's home. So the videos...
There's 33 calls, actually, not 11. We went over it earlier in the live. She wasn't there for any of them.
Circulating with Celeste coming into the apartments being a little upset. That video was only released to pinpoint her timeline of her missing. And that's the only reason why it was released, because on September 8th, 2024, she was technically still missing.
We ain't judging her. She had a little bit of a moment. I mean, you know.
You bet. And again, I want to reiterate, September 8th, 2024, 1 year later, she'd be found dead in the trunk on that very day. And it's also the day after her 14th birthday that she was in that backyard. So maybe she was home celebrating her 14th birthday the day before. Our producer spent most of this day in that neighborhood where Celeste lived, but where Celeste could not wait to leave. Have a look at what they found.
Celeste was a frequent customer at this liquor store. The cashier tells us she appeared often after school with friends and alone. She also appeared one time on security camera footage after she had been reported missing. And we thought that was the last time we had seen Celeste. But just up the street is the house where she appeared later on security camera footage arguing with her neighbors. This is the property where Celeste was seen arguing on surveillance footage with her neighbors after being reported missing. But despite that argument, just next door is Celeste Memorial. It's grown in recent days. You can see the candles there and the poster board there and this new banner bearing her face. And just next door to this memorial is Celeste's home, which we now hear that police came to 11 different times for disturbances.
One of the owners of the liquor store told our producers today that they had seen police headed in the direction of Celeste's home on multiple occasions, but they couldn't confirm if the police actually stopped at Celeste's home. Celeste's parents haven't been seen at that home since her body was identified, and they've spoken in public only one time. If you have followed the story online, you probably saw the speculation that Celeste's mother or her father maybe were undocumented immigrants, and maybe that's why they went underground, fearing that they would be grabbed. Who knows? But I can tell you this. We can now report exclusively that both of her parents are in the United States legally. Records acquired by private investigator Steve Fisher show that both of them received Social Security numbers around the date 2001. Our producer spoke with another woman today who did not want to be identified on camera, but said that she's a former neighbor of the family. She said they all lived in public housing from 2019 to 2020. And she said she occasionally heard Celeste's parents arguing, and often about custody of their children, though there's no indication that they are divorced. The woman said that Celeste was a sweet little girl whose mom would keep her close at all times.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app.
Dang nabbit, I was trying to blow my nose really quick. Sorry. But I hate when he comes on and they yell at the end. Like, they could turn that volume down a little bit. So I just looked up why teens run away. Family conflict is one, abuse or neglect. Here, let me get him off the screen. Get out of here, Kumo. Mental health struggles, seeking freedom or independence, romantic relationships. Those are some of the different, reasons. And then just goes on to say direct or indirect intentions to run away. It just gives you like different things to look for. So, but I don't know. I wonder. I heard. Now I don't know. I heard this in the beginning of the case. I heard that her father lived somewhere else, like El Salvador or something. Do you guys remember hearing that? I swear we heard that. And like he was in a different, he was even in a different country. So maybe they aren't together. Maybe they're not married. Maybe that's her stepfather. I would like to know more about her parents and their dynamic and the house dynamic and stuff like that. What made her want to leave? Was it David? Was it just this guy that, was, wow, like a singer and he's got all this money and, it just seems like it would be just so much fun to be with him in in LA or down in Hollywood? Or was it there a little more to it? Do you know what I mean? Like either way, he had as far as we know, they had some sort of relationship. We don't technically know what, because we don't really have any pictures of them together. We don't have any videos of them together. We don't know how they acted around each other. But I would say that, yeah, he wasn't just treating her like a little sis. I don't think that yeah. Now, to me, it seems like her parents almost knew, because she ran away and then she was home in September, but then she was supposed to be ran away. Like, did she just come home to yell about the person, knocking and running on the door? just came back to yell about that and then left again. So I don't know. Okay, yeah, well, I could see that. Alcoholic boyfriend. Well, I said before, I hope it's nothing, nothing bad at home. Like, because there's a reason why someone wants to leave that many times. There's a reason why a kid keeps running away, right? I don't even know if a boyfriend would keep me doing that. Like, I'm gonna run away again. Like, I don't know. I would think that fighting with my parents would be way less exciting. Like, I would rather just date the boy at school. The cute little boy that came forward. I hope that they find out what happened to her, and I hope we get some answers soon. I'm getting impatient. I'm an impatient person, but it's been 3 weeks, and they should have. I would think they have the toxicology back by now. I would almost bet that they have that. They probably have all the phone records. I mean, they just download the phone right there. Download your phone. I don't know if Celeste's phone was with her when they found her. She was wearing, black leggings. Most leggings, not all, but most leggings don't have pockets. So if she didn't have like a pocket, I mean, if she wasn't carrying it or something, I mean, I don't think she would have been carrying it, right? I think someone had carried her out to the car or put her in that bag and put that in the car. So I would think that her phone probably wasn't with her. That's just my guess. I don't know. But, oh, okay, Mandy. I thought someone had said something about it. Let the state send her. Wow, Ashley. Because she's an asshole and wanted to be buck wild and get in trouble. Yeah, some people, and they just they want to do that for a minute and then they come home and they're fine. But I mean, that's a lot. We don't know that, Blue Frog. And I don't think that her phone's going to be with her. Why would they put her phone with her if it has evidence on it that she's talking to David or that she had a relationship with David or a relationship with anybody that was older than 18, right? I would be like, that phone's going to be broke. I'm going to, you can do a lot of things with the phone to get rid of it. So. She's talking about her sister, Bougie Cat. And you've been saying stuff in here that's not true all night. I've had to correct you a lot. Like, don't put that out because that's not, we don't want anything out that's not, 100%. But I mean, we are speculating here, but no, we're not trying to go into conspiracy land. In September, don't think. This September or last September? Not this September. Let me see, last September. I'm on a different page. So this is David's music release timeline. He wasn't anywhere in 2020. Oh wait, touring. Throughout 2024, expanded U.S. and international touring, performed in larger venues across Los Angeles, New York, and abroad. That's all I see. This is the Withered album. That's the one that he canceled. Here's tour dates. Oh, this is for the Withered one. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Let me close out some of this stuff. And then tomorrow we can even go through the timeline and stuff again and all the stuff that that I have. Like, there's a lot. I even have an interview. It looks like some more interviews. And then like the timeline for David, timeline for Celeste. And I'll show you guys some pictures and stuff of the car too, where like I was telling you about like the handprints and stuff. You couldn't see the handprints. What else? Is there anything else? There's a lot of, I was going to go through like the weather conditions and everything for the Tesla. And I think that's all I've got for you for tonight. I think I might put out a pre-recorded tomorrow. It'll probably come out, I'm trying to think. It'll probably come out around like 1 o'clock, maybe a little before that. I might actually just do it tonight. Maybe I will. So if I'm wearing this outfit, you're like, oh, she did it tonight. She did it last night. Don't worry. I didn't wake up and come in here and record the video in this again. But if you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. Thank you guys all for spending a little bit of your evening with me. I wasn't actually going to come on tonight because Fridays are usually like a slower evening, it seems like. And I was like, well, maybe I will just, take tonight off since we did the pre-recorded. But I really wanted to come on and talk about this case with you guys because I feel it's really important and we need to figure out what happened to Celeste. I know that there's a ton of things that could have happened, with her, with her home life, with her life with David, what life they did have, there's just a lot of questions. I think a lot of us have, and we're going to try to bring you the answers. We're going to try to bring you the answers. But thank you guys for being here. Sorry I couldn't hear the music earlier. I won't be able to hear the music on the way out. So you guys enjoy that music. I'll enjoy it. I'll turn up the iPad so I can hear it so I can know when to click out of here. But thank you guys again for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. So if you're into true crime, make sure you subscribe. You hit the bell icon to be alerted to new content. We go over all different kinds of cases on this channel. And if you have any cases that you want me to cover, put them in the comments below. If you guys want to do something even extra for the channel, that's free to do. After I end the live, just hype the video. All you have to do is go back to the video and just hype it at the bottom where the comments are. And it just pushes it out to the algorithm. So thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate you guys being here so much. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt.